Hey Faithful, I'm Jason and this is Voice of a Niner Faithful. Today we're going to be talking about 3 new additions in the last week and one person leaving that I'll be honest with you, I'm going to miss him. I thought he was good, but we'll get into that. But first, if you like my show, if you've seen it, or if you're first time here, like, comment, and subscribe, and you'll get to see this more often. Plus my 49ers Trivia Thursdays when I put that out. So let's get into it. So, first person I'm going to talk about, we got a new punter. And his name is, I'm going to look it up right on my screen here, is Thomas Morstead. Now, I thought he was being brought in, little competition kind of thing for Mitch Wishnowsky. You know, same thing they're doing with Moody. And, well, unfortunately, that was not the case. And this is where, as I said in my opening there, that I'm not thrilled with what happened. I like Mitch Wishnowsky. Everybody had a rough year last year. Yeah, it doesn't, you know, if you look at specific people, they had decent years. Kittle had a good year. Even Fred Warner had a good year. Not his greatest year, but he was playing on a broken foot. Even Brock Purdy, his stats, if you look at them, he was still number 7 in QBR. So I think, you know, Mitch was hurt. His back issues, that's fine. But the previous years before that, he was awesome. So, yeah, he had a bad year. I think they should have gave him a little bit longer, but that's all right. I understand we have a new coordinator for special teams. We have a new old coordinator for defense. Things are going to change, and this was one of them. So, Mitch, I miss you, buddy, but welcome Thomas Morstead. And speaking of defensive coordinator, brought in somebody else. Actually, he brought in 2 people. The first person, though, he brought in about the same time they brought the punter in, and that was linebacker Chaz Surratt. So we'll have a little bit more linebacker depth there. I didn't dig into him a lot, but from what I can tell, he's going to be a decent linebacker for us. I think Robert Saleh is going to be able to get him into the system quite quickly, and I think it's going to all work out. Now, of course, the biggest news of the week comes from us getting Bryce Huff, defensive end. Now, this guy, last year, everyone's going to point to last year. Everyone that doesn't like the pick. Oh, last year he did terrible with the Eagles. It didn't work. Blah blah blah. He didn't have hardly any sacks. Yes, I think he had a wrist injury, and that sidelined him. So it's not like he can't move still. He can't do certain things still, but that injury put him off for a while, and it didn't work with the Eagles. But if you look for the previous year before that, when he was with Robert Saleh, 10 sacks, great defensive end, and Robert Saleh thinks he's going to be able to fit into our system. I don't think he's going to be an every down. He's one of those, you know, third down backs, defensive ends that are going to help on that side. I'm thinking it's going to work out, you know, second, maybe a long and long, second and long, third and long kind of person, but it's going to take, he's going to get more sacks only because everyone's still going to think, oh, we still got to double team Nick Bosa. So his sacks are going to come up. I think he's going to get back into double digits in sacks, both of them. I think both Huff and Nick Bosa are both going to get up into the double-digit sacks. Only because, one, like I said, I think it's going to be a more of a, how can I put it? It's going to be more of a double team on Nick Bosa. So the other guys, Huff is going to be able to get in. And then when they realize, oh, we got to block this guy, they can't double team Nick Bosa anymore and he'll get in. So it's going to work out all around. And again, with our light schedule, I think it's still going to be, this is my prediction, it's going to be a 12-plus win season. We will make the playoffs, and I think we will go deep because this last year was I still will say last year was a fluke. Lots of things were happening, lots of injuries, and I'm still going to say this as well. People don't talk about it, but I hardly ever hear about it. You had 2 players on your team that had personal tragedies in their lives. That affects not just them, it affects their whole team. Those players get close when they're on that team, as long as Ward and Williams were on the team, or are, in Williams' case, still on the team. And it'll affect the whole team. One tragedy, can you imagine that kind of a tragedy? You shouldn't outlive your kids. It's that simple. That affects the whole team. So you got that, you got injuries. It was just an all-around bad year. So I'm giving the whole team a pass last year. Fine, it happens. This year, they're more focused. They've cleared out a lot of the older guys that weren't doing their jobs in the first place. Doesn't say that doesn't mean that they're not good at their jobs, but they weren't the run stoppers, and that's one of the biggest things that our team had, was stopping the run. So they went and they got their, better lucrative deals and everything. Great on them. I'm happy for them. We got younger. We got hungrier. You know how rookies are. They're hungry to prove themselves. And some of the veterans that we picked up in free agency, just like Huff, they're going to show. They're going to mix. They're going to gel with the team. Yeah, it might take a few games, but I still think even the early games are fairly winnable. So I think it's going to be a good season coming up. I think these pickups were all really good pickups. And yes, I'm still sad about Mitch Wisnowski. I liked Mitch Wisnowski. So those things happen, though. It's the nature of the business. Hopefully another team will pick him up. But for our Niners, it's going to be a really great year, and I can't wait. I think it's like 96, 97 more days now. I am antsy. I want to see the team play. Then that's 96, 97 days to the regular season. It's less to get to the preseason. I count the preseason because it's still Niners on the team, Niners that we can watch. So I'm excited for August. I'm excited for the end of July, actually, because that's at least training camp. We'll see something there. It's going to be a great year. I cannot wait. I'm sure I'm not the only one. All right, so with that said, I got to get myself ready for work the rest of the way. So you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. I'll see you guys on Thursday for 49ers Trivia Thursday. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And go Niners.